Today's video is sponsored by CurlsQueen. I am so excited to be partnering with CurlsQueen again. I always love how they send some extra goodies with their hair, including a brush, some extra clips, and a bonnet, because today we will be installing their Jerry Curly 18-inch clip-ins today. And I really love their curly hair because of course I love to wear my curly hair, but sometimes if we can add some extensions, it'll make life just a little bit easier. And their wefts are super full. You don't have to worry about excessive shedding or thin hair. But before we get into the installation, of course, we need to go ahead and give these extensions a good wash. So I'm using some shampoo. Typically, I'll use my regular products on my hair extensions, but I don't use the high-end products, if you know what I mean. So I am just massaging the shampoo into my hair extensions. As you all can see, I do have on gloves for this process because sometimes you just never know what can be in your hair extensions. So just make sure that you give them a good bath and a wash. And as you can see, the water has a slight tint to it. So wash your hair extensions, okay? And of course I do this process a couple of times until the water is clear. I'm also going to go ahead and deep condition the clip-ins. You want them to be nice and smooth, as well as have some shine and moisture to them because it's going to be in your hair. So I like to go ahead and smooth the conditioner into the hair strands, but then I will take them apart one by one and give them a nice detangle so that I can make sure that the conditioner is spread evenly. And after that, I will give it a good rinse and go ahead and lay it out on a towel. So I did this process, of course, for every single clip-in because I wanted to make sure each one got some love, and that is what it looks like. So a few days later, I am going to go ahead and do my twist down. So when I do clip-in hairstyles, I do not do braid downs, only because I cornrow just a little bit too tight to be adding clip-ins, which also sometimes are thicker and you just need space up under the braid. So I just go for flat twists because I am tender-headed and I find it to just be easier and quicker. So I have a little bit of leave out. You don't need a lot, you just need enough to cover your wefts. And as you all can see, I will be going for a side part today. For this hairstyle, you can absolutely go row by row and just add the clip-ins in and leave your hair out. But for me, if it's going to be a protective style or a low maintenance style, for me, I'm just like, let's just put the hair up, okay? And this is what I like to do. I do not stress myself out about my flat twists being perfect. I just make sure that they are neat, and I am making sure my hair is detangled so that I am not causing any tension or breakage on my hair. And yeah, this is just a really easy twist slash braid down, especially for people who struggle with cornrowing their hair, okay? So no worries, no stressors, just go ahead and flat twist your hair, and I'll show you all how to put them up in a second. So now that I have three, what I am going to do is create a tight plait. And this is just to gather the hair together so that once I get all of my twists done, I will be able to pull them up and bobby pin them. So as you all can see here on the other side, I did have 4 twists, but I still was able to create a plait. And you're just going to use a couple of bobby pins for each plait to pull them up. And if you have a crochet needle, you can definitely do that. My crochet needle was just a little bit too small for what I needed to do, so I just used a few bobby pins. If you're going to use bobby pins, make sure that you are not putting them in your hair and experiencing any discomfort. So now it's time to get the clip-ins in. You want to make sure that all of your clips are open before you try to apply them so that once you stick them in your hair, you can just close them right away. With this type of hair, you want to make sure that you are spacing these wefts out, okay? Do not set them on top of each other because it is going to be thick. And do not feel like you have to use all of the clip-ins that they send you. They send like a really nice good bundle. So If you feel like you can do your head with less than the hair that they send, that is totally fine. This is good quality hair. The wefts are super, super thick, and the hair is also thick as well. So if you don't want a thick look, then go for less. But just make sure that when you are putting them in and installing them, that you are not seeing major gaps, because no one wants that. As you all can see, I am also creating a U shape. So you see how my leave out kind of creates a U. We are basically laying the tracks to surround that U, okay? This is going to create that seamless look that you're looking for, so that no one can tell that this is not your hair. And once you get all of them in, this is probably what it is going to look like. As you all can see, the hair is very, very full and voluminous, but I am going to go in, add some definition, and actually stretch the hair just a little bit, because I like to see a little extra length when I'm wearing my hair extensions. So right here, I'm just sectioning the hair, because as you can see, it would have not been manageable if I just tried to go in and define my curls in one go. So you're gonna need a whole lot of water, because you want to rehydrate the hair before you go in with your foam. I am going to be using the Dew Mousse today, and honey, I am going to use a lot of it, okay? You want to really, really work this product in the hair strands, because you do want to add some hydration back to the hair. That is what's going to keep the curls defined and elongated. And once you have the whole entire section moisturized and hydrated, now you can go in with the detangling brush and define those curls, but also detangle the hair again. And I don't know about you all, but it was so soothing to detangle this hair, because I love the curl definition and how the curls just bounce back and pop back. And trust me, I know, because I can see it too. You can see the difference between having product in the hair and the hair having no product at all. Whether you're tender-headed or not, when you are detangling your clip-ins, you definitely want to grab the hair by the root to avoid yanking your own hair or pulling the clip-ins out. So you see how I'm holding a tight grip? That is honestly to create that tension to detangle the hair, but to also make sure that I am not yanking the clip-in out of my head. And here's what the hair extensions are looking like, but now we have to do some blending with our hair in the front, which is actually not going to take us long at all. So go ahead and remove your twist, and you can create your side part here. Instead of going for a traditional like straight part, I kind of went with a curve part. But before that, I did bring some hair at the back of that section out to make sure I had some to cover the back. Then I created my little curve part here. And I'm going to dampen my hair and wet it up. And then I'm going to also go in with the Dew Mousse and some gel and some edge control to blend my hair. But just watch and I'll show you every single step. So while you are adding the mousse to your hair, you want to make sure that you are raking the product through your hair and your extensions at the same time. This is basically going to allow your hair to go ahead and intertwine with the hair extensions so that it doesn't look like we can see where your hair just sits on top of the hair extension. So that is part of the blending technique that makes blending just a little bit easier for beginners like myself and whoever else would consider themselves to be a beginner for blending. I am going to add this Big Papa gel on top of my hair, especially for the leave out, because it has a nice little hold to it and I don't have to worry about my hair trying to revert back as quickly to its own curl pattern and not to the curl pattern of the extensions, if that makes sense. So break it through with the hair extensions and you'll get a nice blend in finish just like this. As always, I hope you all enjoyed the video and found it useful, and of course I can't wait to see you in the next one. See ya!